So if traffickers aren't using chloroform cloths, lying on your car to slash your Achilles, using zip ties, flyers on your car, crying baby noises, how exactly is it happening most of the time, and what are the signs of it? First and foremost, to spot a victim, a lot of traffickers are going to look for low self-esteem, emotional neediness, and especially some kind of unstable support system. Then a lot of times they're going to provide some sort of need to that victim, whether that's income, love, belonging, self-esteem. They're building a relationship and building trust with their victim. A lot of times they're also going to start to isolate that person as well. That way that person becomes dependent on the trafficker. This process doesn't necessarily just happen over a week. It can take months. It could even take years of this grooming. And the hard thing is a lot of times the victim doesn't even realize what's happening, and this is someone that they've grown to actually trust. Now it's easier for that trafficker to control and manipulate, coerce their victim to do what they want them to. And again, a lot of trafficking victims don't realize they're being trafficked. So what are the signs that you or someone you know might be being trafficked? Not having control of their own money, being isolated, being dependent on someone, maybe they're not responding as much, maybe there's physical signs that there's some kind of abuse, their stories aren't adding up, they seem fearful, maybe anxious, submissive, and things just all of a sudden aren't making sense. There's obviously multiple forms of trafficking, and there's obviously more symptoms than just the ones I've listed, but if you start to see a sudden shift in someone and there's a large dependence on another person, or it feels like maybe they're being secretive and things just kind of aren't adding up for you, really tune into that, because that could be a sign that they are being trafficked. And I would encourage you to reach out to local resources to report what's happening. And just remember that a lot of these situations are very sensitive and delicate, and this person has been manipulated and groomed over probably a long period of time. And just going up to them, telling them they're being trafficked, really couldn't yield the results you're looking for. So it's good to look for resources and get help with dealing with any kind of situation you think might be trafficking. You always want to remember these three words: force, fraud, and coercion. And there's viral myths like people putting zip ties on your car to traffic you. It really takes away from a lot of the things that I've just discussed and the process by which most trafficking cases actually happen. So then all of a sudden people aren't aware of how this is actually occurring and maybe what they need to be looking out for, how they can try to see the signs of these things. So it's really important to share this information and let people know, first of all, what is actually myth and what's fact, and how these things are actually happening most of the time. If you want more information on human trafficking, we have a link in our bio under trafficking resources. I would highly encourage that you go do your own research and really educate yourself on all the ins and outs of trafficking from verified, credible resources.